What's going on, guys? FNaF Game's back again, and today I want to talk to you about some leaked files. Some dude has edited the files, hacked into the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 game, and he's posted them on Imgur and Reddit, and there's some very interesting finds what he's found. And shout out to Raz. I'll put his link in the description below, his channel. He's an awesome dude, and I just want to thank him for letting me know about this. So, the first picture, everybody's seen this, it's always, it's me, it's me, it's me, we always see it. Now, he has hacked into this image, and it's actually represents it's him. So all the time we see it's me, it actually represents it's him. Now, I don't really know about this, to be honest, because it's me, it's him. It must refer to a man, obviously, because it's a him. People are thinking that it's about Golden Bonnie, the hybrid, because it also refers to that as a he. People are saying it could be Phone Guy. People are saying it could be the murderer. It could be anybody, guys. It still doesn't give us a lot of information, although we know now it's me means it's him. The next picture is very, very interesting. I've seen this image before in the game files, but I never knew what it was called because it wasn't called anything. But this dude has found out that this is a skull, by the way. This is a skull. Everybody thought it was just a child's skull, but it's actually called Mike. So this skull is Mike, and we know Mike Smith is from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. So why is this in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 game? I really don't know, but as you can see, it is a skull which says Mike, which might make us think that Mike actually died. Even if you survive Five Nights at Freddy's 1, you still die, which is very weird. So maybe even if you've survived the 7 nights a week at the pizzeria, you still die. So it's very interesting to know that. I don't know about that. Again, it might be referring to actually Mike actually dying. So there you go. The next picture is, you know what this is. It's from the mini games again. It's one of the dead child. You always see the dead children sat around the mini games, and it's actually called You Can't. And we've actually seen this before. If any of you guys have seen the apparent phone guy attacking Freddy the animatronic in the minigame, it's very rare to happen. It actually comes up saying you can't. So again, you can't is referred to the dead child, which again, I don't know, but it's just very interesting. Next one is about Mangle. Now, as we remember in the minigame, if you actually go down to Mangle's Pirate Cove, you actually see Mangle there moving around. And this is actually referred to as he was here. Again, I honestly don't know what this means, but next to Mangle is a dead child. So maybe Mangle's trying to say the murderer was here who killed the child. Do you know what I mean? The next one is the purple guy or the phone guy, and the Scott has referred to this as being a man. So purple guy is actually confirmed to be a man. So it's again a he. So that's why I'm saying he has a place. He's always been here. Him, a male character. It refers to this phone guy purple man as being a man. Next one is very, very interesting, guys. Do you know the cutscenes what you get when you beat the nights on Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and you're inside a Freddy costume, and on the right is Bonnie, on the left is Chicken. Sometimes you see the Marionette following you. Sometimes you see Golden Freddy looking at you from the stage. It's actually referred to as a dream. So all of these cutscenes what we get, Scott has named them as a dream. So this might be showing us that these aren't actually real. These are just dreams by somebody. So there you go. The next one is about Shadow Bonnie. It actually doesn't have a name. It's actually just RWQFSFASXC. So it's just a mashup of loads of words. Again, I honestly don't know what this means. So it actually doesn't have a name yet. So we called it Shadow Bonnie, but Scott's called it nothing. Just called it a mashup of words. Now, I actually did have a little bit of a theory about this. Is that a lot of people are saying Shadow Bonnie is this golden being, what we see in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 trailer. And because it's so glitchy and all over the place, having lots of glitchiness in the trailer, all over the place, glitching. Maybe this mashup of keys is actually referring to it being glitchy. So he's just spamming the keyboard crazily, keyboard mashing. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So maybe again this is just a hint that Shadow Bonnie might be referring to a hint by Scott to show that this thing is linked with Golden Bonnie / Hybrid. The next one again is very interesting, guys. We refer to Balloon Girl as Balloon Girl. You know, the little Easter egg that we see Balloon Girl under the desk. Very rare occasions, which I have experienced myself. Scott has named this Balloon Girl JJ. So it's not Balloon Girl. He's actually referred to it as JJ. Again, I honestly don't know what this could be. He hasn't called it Balloon Girl, strangely. He's called it JJ. So, I don't know, Juggling Jill. Anything like that is quite strange. But there you go, guys. It's actually called JJ. The next one, again, is these rare screens. What we get is just named them rare. So they don't have any names. It would be interesting if he actually named what these were about, but he hasn't. It's just called them rare. So that's nothing special about that, really. Next picture is about the Marionette. If you go onto the game files, you do actually see this. It's the Marionette attached to its strings standing up, but I've never seen it happen to me. But apparently, it used to be able to stand in your office. It says puppet in office, but nobody has experienced this before. So maybe Scott was thinking when the Marionette came after you, it stood in your office like this. The next one is weird. He actually has on his files something called Sock Puppet, which none of us have seen yet. We honestly don't know what this sock puppet is. But yeah, it's just something quite strange what Scott's done. Next one is about things called being paper pal. And there's actually a paper pal AI. So this means that the paper pal is able to move. And very interestingly, guys, is that the paper plate man or the paper plate doll is called the paper pal. And if it has an AI, that means it can move itself. So a lot of people were saying, oh, Chica moves it into your office, or Bonnie moves it into your office, stuff like that. It actually has an AI, which means it can move itself. So that means that the paper plate doll is more interesting than we thought. And as we remember from Scott's description and the box teaser, that the paper plate doll will be returning to Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Next one, just simple. Golden Freddy is named as Yellow Bear. He said this before. He actually calls them yellow, not golden. Just a little reference there. And there we go, guys. Those are all the pictures. Lots of interesting stuff. Very, very interesting. Now we actually know what some of these were meant for. Some of them weren't even put into the game, which is even more interesting. But again, I'll put the link of the images and the Reddit page in the description below. I find this really, really interesting, and it's quite ironic how we have to cheat and hack into the game to find out some of the true bits of the game, because Scott doesn't tell us anything, so we have to find it out ourselves. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.